Hi, I'm Landon McCool with the Locked On Cowboys podcast, and these are some final notes on the Mike McCarthy era in Dallas. I believe Mike McCarthy proved to himself and to the league that he is a capable coach, able to raise the floor on a franchise. I think he proved that by winning with a backup quarterback in multiple seasons over stretches of time. He won 36 games over 3 seasons in the middle of his 5 years with the Dallas Cowboys, and I think you can call that in a lot of ways a proven winner. But I also believe that the reason that you didn't re-sign Mike to an extension just recently is the same reason you didn't sign him to an extension at the end of the 2023 season, which is that they basically had an inability to break through the ceiling of the divisional round of the playoffs. And I think if that was the standard, which it really seems like it was, then the Dallas Cowboys probably should have gone ahead and fired Mike McCarthy at the end of that Green Bay game when the Cowboys lost to a 7th seed at home in embarrassing fashion, with one of the best situations they had going into the playoffs of those 3 years. The Cowboys knew that they had a closing window in 2024. They knew they were going to lose Dan Quinn. They knew they were likely to lose Tyron Smith, or they should have. They knew that they were going to have a huge contract situation with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb, and how that would affect their free agent spending. It basically nuked it. They didn't spend anything in free agency. But instead of firing McCarthy and admitting they were in a rebuild, Jerry told us that they were all in. They were afraid of their fan base, and they didn't want to pay a new head coach while they were paying for a fired head coach, because they would have had to pay Mike McCarthy for this year, even if they had fired him at the end of last year. Ultimately, both sides will have their points of view, and each will be correct. Mike will point to his overall record and say he built a successful program that won 36 games in 3 years. And the Joneses will say he went 1-3 in the playoffs during those 3 years, including the home blowout loss to the 7th seed, which was his third chance with a solid team.